A tragic update tonight to a story we've been following here on Prime. The remains of a U.S. diplomat's daughter were found nearly 3 weeks after she was kidnapped. Nevada police say 18-year-old Naomi Irion's remains were found in a remote area. She was last seen in the early morning hours of March 12th, waiting in her car for a work shuttle bus in a Walmart parking lot in the town of Fernley. Surveillance video shows a man walk past her car several times before approaching the driver's door, getting in and driving away. Naomi's car was found empty 3 days later, less than a mile away. Troy Driver is now charged with kidnapping, but has not been charged in connection to Naomi's death. Correspondent Brian Enton is live in Nevada tonight. And Brian, this man could still bond out of jail at any time.
Yeah, it's possible, Rutabaga, which has Naomi's family on edge. Tonight, just within the last hour, authorities officially classifying Naomi's death as a homicide. They are not giving the specific cause of death right now, saying they fear that it could compromise the investigation. For Naomi Irion's family, the hope of finding the vibrant 18-year-old alive is now gone. Last time I spoke with you, there was so much hope that Naomi would be found alive. I can't imagine what you're going through right now.
Yesterday was the worst day of my life. Today is the second worst day of my life. It's so raw, very raw.
Police found Naomi's remains in a rural area about 60 miles from where she was kidnapped at this Walmart in Fernley, Nevada. The daughter of a U.S. diplomat, Naomi lived all over the world and moved to Nevada last year to live with her brother. Her sister says they are now fully focused on getting justice.
Yesterday when we got the news, everybody was crying, and I cried a little bit, but I started grilling the detective. I asked him, when did it happen? Where did it happen? How did it happen? I need you to tell me everything.
You were booked on the felony charge of kidnapping in the first degree.
Troy Driver was arrested for allegedly kidnapping Naomi, but he's not yet been charged in her death, and detectives are not saying what led them to her body. Excuse me? Sir? So we went to Driver's house. We're just trying to find out what happened to Naomi, and we know that Troy Driver...
Why are you here?
Because this is where Troy Driver's truck was found.
That's right, and Troy Driver's my best friend. He's the most decent, honorable person I've ever met in my life. Get out of here, man.
Driver has an extensive criminal history. In the late 90s, when he was 17, he went to prison for accessory to murder, convicted of stuffing a body in the trunk of a car and dumping the corpse.
You guys are trying a man through public opinion over something he did when he was 17 years old, supposedly, all right?
Well, he was arrested for kidnapping just days ago.
Uh-huh. I don't care. Look, man, I've known this dude better than anyone in the world. He's innocent.
But there is now another woman who has come forward who says Troy Driver followed her in the same area Naomi was kidnapped.
So this car's been following me, and I need somebody to look up the license plate and figure out who the they are and tell me why the they've been following me.
She says she snapped this photo of the person near the Walmart back on February 9th, and she called police. Look at the side-by-side shot. When did you realize this might be Troy Driver?
I think it was Sunday, this last Sunday, when because I was following one of Naomi's pages. Actually, I think I'm on 2 of them or following whatever. So I was like watching the page and stuff, and then once they posted his face up there, I was like, holy crap, that's him. That is definitely him.
And that woman says that she did call police when all of this happened. We reached out to them today to see if they have the videos and if that is part of this ongoing investigation, but we have not heard back. Rutabaga.
So, Brian, we know if he comes up with, I think it was the 15% of the $750,000, he could get out of jail. But has that changed? Has the equation or the calculus of that changed now that her remains have been found, or could it change?
As of right now, it hasn't. So it would just take about $112,000 for him to get out, which again has the family and frankly, a lot of people in this community nervous. But again, it was just within the last hour that they classified the death as a homicide. So it is possible that new charges could be forthcoming very soon.
And I know you'll stay on top of it. And meantime, it is a small community there. How has it impacted everyone else there? I mean, you gave us a little bit of insight yesterday, but now it's changed.
Yeah, I mean, people have been on edge. Every single store and restaurant and gas station you go into, and I'm not exaggerating, every single one has a poster about Naomi's disappearance. So I think there's a bit of relief in a way that someone has been arrested, and some people have a little bit of closure that she's been found. But the fact that he could bond out is definitely still something that has people on edge.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as this unfolds to see the evidence and the nexus of all of this. Brian, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.